Lord Vivek must conserve his remaining energy, so we need to solve this problem on our own. It all comes back to Chodala. That damned Ashlander's draining the warrior poet's power. We need to stop him and get that damned staff. How should I know? That's not a skill the Tribunal teaches. Return to Barrowzar's tower and get Sothasil's former apprentice to come up with some kind of countermeasure. I'm sure he knows more than he's told you. I do have one concern, though. You see right through me, Outlander. I have more worries than a Kwama queen has eggs. I'm talking about Chodala's sister. Saren claims to want to help, to want peace, but I don't trust her. Seek out Barrowzar, but be wary of the Ashlander's sister. We need to stop Chodala, and to do that, we need to find a way to overcome the device he's wielding. Find Barrowzar and make sure that crazy mage provides you with something we can use to save Lord Vivek. Is the bull sure it can bed the Betty? No. But by all accounts, we'll be better off with Sunara in our hands and away from Chodala. That won't be possible, however, as long as the Ashlander remains impervious to every attack. Vivek loves this land, and the land loves him in return. He's always had a special bond with Vvardenfell. Is it so hard to believe that Red Mountain reflects his suffering? Beyond that, there's also Bardao, the moonlit that floats above us. Lord Vivek's intervention stopped the moonlit from crashing into the city. He holds it above us by strength of will. But as he weakens, so too does the power that keeps the rock afloat. If Vivek's energy wanes further, it would spell disaster.
Hello, my fellow griefers and trolls. Eric, the Plague Doctor, 981YT here, and beekos. Sorry for the late intro. I kind of wanted to talk to him so that we can get in and get all this shit done. So yeah, things are gonna be fun. Oh, shit. Ah. I haven't even fought the boss yet and I'm already bleeding. What the fuck is with my bloody nose? Am I turning into 11 from Stranger Things? I sure as hell hope not. That bitch can attract some crazy shit. I love 11 though. She's amazing. Stranger Things has got to be one of my favorite shows. But in the last one, we exposed Chodala as not being the Nazarene like he hopes. He is. This greatly offended him, and if I remember the story correctly, we're gonna be fighting him in a boss fight real soon. Alright. Now, I do want to bring Dark Souls and For Honor. I want to revitalize that so that we can get that back up on its feet. But, the game's hard enough that I can't really do it without my friend Dragon, who is in practically every single Dark Souls video I've done, along with For Honor. So, yeah. And according to him, he's been busy. Okay, here we are. But yeah, this is the 40th video we've done as on ESO, and and because of how massive this game is, this game's gonna go, and I promise you, it's gonna go way past 100. It's gonna be at least 1,000, if not more. Before we rescue him, let me just show you something. Look at all these DLC stories. Each of them have their own stories. And here's more. So yeah, it's gonna take up a lot of videos. Oh, I see, that guy was waiting for us. Oh! Suka, nice to see you again too! Oh, okay, there's other things right here. Yeah, it's definitely nice to see. Oh, you've never seen Elder Scrolls Online gameplay! Oh, that's sweet. Well, new experience for you then, isn't it?
So hard to concentrate and maintain schedules when interruptions constantly occur.
Don't they know the great gear never pauses in its rotations? So that was you up there. I appreciate the assistance. Daedric entities can be very unpredictable.
Why were Daedra attacking you, Barrelzar?
Logic has very little place in the behavior of Daedra, my hopeful associate. Studying the fabric of reality does tend to attract unwanted attention. But these creatures appeared just before you entered my tower. I wonder, why have you returned?
I located Sotha Seal's tool. But it's been altered to steal Lord Vivek's divine energy.
Ah, a modification of my master's old experiments, turning a simple tool into a dangerous weapon. Ingenious! Evil, yes, but also quite brilliant. A tonal inverter should counter it. Uses sound waves to temporarily disrupt the flow of energy.
Do you have a tonal inverter I can use?
No, of course not. I just invented it. I need proper components to build such a device. My hirelings scour the land for materials all the time. Here's a list. Head out the back door and ask them to direct you to these common dwarven components.
Where can I find these hirelings of yours?
Hirelings? Yes, they worked for me, before they quit, ungrateful netches. Still, I paid them well before the pistons slipped their alignments. They should know where to find the components. Last I heard, Snorfen and the others were in Mologmar.
You think the Daedra will return to trouble you?
The situation is wound dangerously tight, but I believe the gears revolve around you. Once you leave, I should be perfectly safe. Or at least as safe as I ever am in the midst of all these experiments. You, however, stay vigilant, my friend.
Alright, let's go. Where's this? Okay, there's a trapdoor. Okay, so in summary, Suka, Elder Scrolls Online is a bit like, it's basically a multiplayer MMORPG Elder Scrolls game. Some areas of it are dark and gritty, kind of like that building we just came from. Which it might be where you're getting the Call of Duty comparison from, but... This is my favorite multiplayer game of all time, and... Why am I in first person? And the biggest reason I love it is it has great stories, great characters, great gameplay. Sometimes it can be absolutely... Yes, it is my favorite. It has everything I love about games. It's my favorite multiplayer game. It's not my favorite game of all time. That honor goes to Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. But in terms of multiplayer games, this is my favorite. Is it possible to beat it? It really depends, honestly. You can beat the storylines. This game is endless. They keep adding, like, there's multiple storylines, there's multiple things you can do in it, and just when you think you've gone through everything, there's still more. Like, I have all the DLCs and stories you can do. Look at the sheer amount of stuff you can do. These are all separate storylines with their own unique flair to them. There's really no beating it. Like, they're actually coming out real soon with Elsewhere. And here's the map. You get to travel all across Tamriel. Like, you get to go to Artaeum, the home of the Sitric Order. You get to go to Cold Harbor, lair of Molag Bal. And then you get to go to the Clockwork City, which I think is like a dwarven and then area, and then here's the whole of Tamriel. So yeah, there's lots of shit to do. This game is absolutely endless, and it's not toxic at all, which is just the great thing about it. I love this thing the most just because it's not toxic. Oh, and do not piss off the guards. They can not, you will not be able to escape the guards if you're lucky. You will have to be super, super lucky just to escape the guards in this game. Because they have the same determination and abilities a player would have. Okay, hello.
If you're another pilgrim looking for charity, I suggest you move along. I have neither the time to waste nor the gold to spare. I'm currently between employment, and my own funds have become dangerously depleted.
Paralyzer sent me to talk to you. I need to find the items on this list.
Let me see that. What's that crazy mage need this time? I suppose you could find a manual clockwork shaft in the Nichuleft ruins. But I'd avoid that place if I were you. If the roof doesn't collapse, the constructs will rip you apart.
Paralyzer needs it to build something important, so tell me how to find the manual clockwork shaft. Why do you have to use shaft in there? I'm being incredibly immature about this, but...
If you insist. Deep in the ruins is a big machine. When I was there, it sputtered and vibrated, collapsing parts of the ceiling. Lava and rock fell everywhere. You need to get past that and some nasty constructs to retrieve the items.
I can't believe I just had to take that sentence completely out of context. I have no idea why. Anyway, why don't you work for Paralyzer?
Mage is a menace. Oh, he always paid well, but the places he asked me to go, each was more dangerous than the last. And if I had to hear about the Great Gear one more time, for my own health and sanity, I had to break ties with Barrelzar.
What's with this fish? What the fuck?
What do you
Let's
want?
go in here. Just the face this fish is making. Oh my god. The emojis people can put in your stream chats. Hello, love.
Damned vampires. I'll find a way to make them pay for what they did to my brother. I swear it on the tribunal and any Daedra willing enough to listen. What do you want? Can't you leave a person to her anger and her grief?
Does it have Battle Royale mode? It does, actually. And this game has emotes, too. a big portion of this game is the three-bannered war, which is going on between the Aldmeri Dominion, the Daggerfall Covenant, and the Ebonheart Pact. And they have these PvP areas, which is Cyrodiil and the Battlegrounds. I actually did a video on where I played through the Battlegrounds, and they're not entirely fun to do. And the reason that these three ruling factions are at war is because the Imperial City is without an emperor. We all know, if you go back and watch me play through the main quest line where we go through Cold Harbor, it'll explain what happened to the Emperor, but the Emperor is not present right now, so it leaves the Imperial City open to attack. And the Daggerfall Covenant, which consists of Bretons, Orcs, and Red Guards, the Aldmeri Dominion, which consists of High Elves, Khajiit, and Wood Elves, and then the Ebonheart Pact, which consists of Argonians, Dark Elves, and Nords, they're all struggling to gain control of the Imperial City. So it's this full-out war, and you can go to these, like, PvP areas. If you don't go to these PvP areas, you won't be able to fight other players or kill them without challenging them to a duel. But it's just this incredibly full-scale war that you can join, and it's so fucking awesome.
Let me see that list. Well, the crazy old mage always said there were no coincidences. The inversion conduit. I saw one in Galone Deus, right before I barely escaped from those damned vampires.
Yeah, so it's so cool. I can show you. It's called the Alliance War. If you go to the Alliance War and run into other players, you can kill them, but without needing to challenge them to a duel. But only if they're not in your, But only if they're not in your faction. Gnomes.
Eager to become cattle for the bloodsuckers? The Burn clan killed my brother. Damn their eyes. The item you seek was in the manufactory, but you'll need a control rod to get a dwarven spider to unlock it for you. Because the mage wanted to send me to the far side of Vvardenfell, and I need to remain here. I'm not going anywhere until I make the Burn clan pay for what it did to my brother. If you can kill some of the bastards, that'll be a start.
Yeah, so we go to Activity Finder, there'll be the Alliance War, and you can go there. And the other players there can kill you without needing to use this function where they can challenge you to a duel and stuff. But they made this game super intricate and has lots of unique gameplay that I have not gotten in any other multiplayer game, which is why it's one of my favorites. Oh, you hold still. Okay, so yeah, now that we've interacted with them, Yeah, we can add him as a friend, invite to groups and whispers, view game card, invite to trade, challenge him to a duel, report him, etc. So that's what happens when you interact with other players.
Halt, Fetcher! You probably don't even have the good. This should be easy.
Ah! I hate how they give these guards abilities that the players have! Cannonball, motherfucker! Let's get this wage right over here. Oh, the guards in this game are so incredibly scary. Okay. I think we're good to sneaky sneak back. Okay, you're not a guard. You're a guard, though. Fuck. Yeah, guards in this game have boss bars, and unless you have a ton of skill and a ton of friends with you, you won't be able to slay the guards at all. Yes, actually, I can. Not their specific ones that we can't kill, though. This, girl being one example. I hate the guards, I hate the guards! Where's the way down? Where's the stairs down? Where's the stairs down? Yeah, I scream like a bitch. Way to rub it in. I'm very self-conscious of that, and I have no shame in it. But... I think he knows where we're at. Everything in ESO is so much scarier, honestly. Yeah. There you go. Dead NPC. And now my bounty is 210. Might actually be the highest bounty I've ever had. sneak. There we go. Let's get this lore book.
I feel like such a puny snowback, hiding here in Molag Mar. But you don't want to hear about my troubles. What can this broken Nord do for you?
For one, stop sounding like you're voiced by a woman. But anyway. Berylzar sent me to talk to you. He said you could help me find the items on this list.
Berylzar. He's the reason I'm a shattered man, doomed to become a cowering sheep like the rest of these pilgrims. All right, let me see that. Arkanthunk Stordoms. You can find a Sonance generator there, after you deal with the steam trap.
What about a steam
The
trap?
cursed contraption. I almost had it figured out when a ghost floated up to me. No problem, I think. But then it enters a Centurion. Ghost machines. No sane Nord can fight ghost machines. I dropped my notes and ran as fast as I could.
You left your notes in the rune because of a few ghosts?
Not just ghosts. Ghosts that possess dwarven machines. I'm through working for that crazy old mage and his clockwork monstrosities. But if you want to get past the steam trap, find my notes and follow the directions.
Okay, well here we go. This looks to be the closest one. So let's head that way. I was doing a clip and it crashed. Oh, that's awful. Oh, when you do clips and it crashes, that's always awful. But, Suka, in the, the Elder Scrolls timeline, Elder Scrolls Online is canon, and it takes place before all the games in the series. Which I think is cool. Like, Talos isn't even born yet. Yes, before, as in this is kind of a prequel of sorts. So, Elder Scrolls Online takes place in the Second Era. And at the end of the Second Era, that Tiber Septim, the man who would become Talos, is born. The Third Era is when he founded the Septim Empire. So yeah, this takes place roughly about 1,000 years before Skyrim, which is in the Fourth Era. I'm being correct. So yeah, and because of how old the my character would be to my like my character in ESO would be to all my other characters in the other Elder Scrolls games I've played. The way I view it, the way I look at it is because I play as Argonians and practically nothing else. He's the ancestor to all my characters. So when I eventually get my hands on Arena and Daggerfall, Battlespire, and Redguard, this character is the ancestor to all of those guys. That's a surprise to me. What's surprising about it, if I may ask? Let's see, how do we get in? Hot, 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 hot. He got blown up! He got blown up. That's hilarious. Oh, if I had $1 for every time that's happened to me. Yeah, I'm not a pro either. Yay. See, yeah, I look for mines more than I used to in Fallout 3. But I still get myself blown up and crippled by them. But anyways, let's make these bitches take an arrow to their everything.
From the sides!
You really want to fuck with the powers of Ursine? werewolves over vampires.
Circle around!
Circle around, but if I had $1 for every time I burst this.
Move to flank!
Let the bodies hit the floor, let the bottles hit the floor. Shank. Yes, it does have aim assist, actually. The person that is highlighted is the person you're locked onto and aiming at.
Flank! Now!
Oh, you actually managed to make a clip of it? Is that what you're telling me? Bang! Let me get a drink of water before we fight this fucker. Alright, wolf time! By the power of Ursine, you shall die by my claws. Ah, okay, there's a centurion. Oh my gosh, you made a clip of me screaming. Fuck. No. Ah, okay, my wolves are gone. Come on, we almost got him, we almost got him. I don't wanna die. Bye, Felicia. Okay, so we can't loot him. Okay, someone in here has a battle pet.
This spider won't give me its treasure, dear brother.
Allow me, my sister. This should open the miserable construct like a red fruit.
Oh yeah, I will watch it later. I might laugh at a bit. Let's see. I used to be an adventurer like you, but then I took an arrow in the knee. Just ask all my fellow guards and they'll tell you that it's true. We've all taken arrows in the knee. Okay, we're about halfway to leveling. Okay, well that didn't work. Next! Oh, you're evil. The other players will not attack me because I'm not in the PvP area. I'm not going through the Alliance War right now, I'm just doing quests. The only reason they would, and even if they did attack me, they wouldn't do anything because we are not challenging each other to a duel, so therefore they cannot do any damage to me. Okay, let's sneak around behind them. And most players in the game are actually pretty chill. Like Minecraft? No, not like Minecraft. It's a bit different. Basically, you can see that I am shooting in her direction, but it's not doing any damage to her.
Move to flank!
Basically, unless we challenge each other to a duel, or we're in the PvP area, you cannot harm other players. Okay, once again, I'm shooting at this player, but nothing's happening. See, nothing's happening because we're not dueling. Oh, see, I've never played on Minecraft servers, Suka. I wouldn't know that. But in that sense, yes, but no. It's a bit different. But since you say that in some Minecraft servers that there's friendly zones and PvP zones, in ESO the way that works is if you're in the friendly zones, you can still kill other players if you challenge them to a duel. If you don't, there's no killing them. It's kind of hard to explain when you haven't played the game. Let's see, the next closest one's gonna be up here. Okay. Alright, that's good you understand. Let's see. Let's go get this last one and then we'll end things. But I'm not sure how the PvP zones 100% work in ESO, but I think when you're in the PvP areas, you can't harm people on the same team as you. I could be wrong though. I'm not 100% sure about that, but yeah, they're in the interaction menu with other players. There is the duel option. When I convince my friends to play Elder Scrolls Online, which I've convinced a couple, I usually use duels to show them like basic combat and stuff. But that's mainly with my level 33 main character. And I'm being an idiot. That's lovely. I'll kill these bastards anyway. So embarrassed that I went in the wrong direction. But, Suka, there will be dragons coming to Elder Scrolls Online, and I cannot begin to express my gratitude that they're doing that with the Elsewhere DLC. Add-on, I mean. Add-on DLC, I suppose there's not really much of a difference, but I'm so incredibly excited for that, and I can't wait to play through that on my channel. I have it pre-ordered, so... Which is actually how I got this horse, is by pre-ordering it. But it's so incredibly cool that they're bringing dragons to ESO. Because there actually aren't any dragons in it at the moment. But just to fight dragons again outside of Skyrim. Not a lot of people do like Elder Scrolls Online. I personally enjoy it. And Skyrim is the weakest. And I'm not gonna call Skyrim a bad game in this, because I do like Skyrim, but it's just the weakest, most dumbed down game in the entire Elder Scrolls series, which are debatably the best RPGs ever made. Oh, you prefer Fallout? Yeah, Fallout actually is my second favorite game franchise. I would play Elder Scrolls and Fallout over pretty much anything. But given the two, I would play Elder Scrolls over Fallout any day. Like, if there was just one... Yeah, it is everyone's choice to play what they want. But yeah, I just prefer a more medieval setting and dark and gritty settings than I do like futuristic sci-fi settings. Like dark, gritty fantasy medieval settings, which the Elder Scrolls has. I think all of those in some way or another. I personally just prefer medieval fantasy games over sci-fi. Oh wait, wasn't this the chick that we saw a minute ago? Stay over there. But I'm not gonna lie, I can understand Fallout. Fallout's an amazing game series. I really am not a fan of Fallout 4, but one of my coworkers at work that I have talked to convinced me to give the game another shot. Oh, fuck. Not this place. Yeah, not either of those two, even though I kind of give them a chance. Okay, my favorite Fallout game is Fallout New Vegas. I will say that much. It's Fallout New Vegas. Okay, my inventory's full. God damn it. And there's the first death of the day, ladies and gentlemen. At least this gives us the opportunity to sneak past him, though. I hate how many dwarvens and carrions there are here. Actually, you can, but that's only if other players are around, sadly. And there are dungeons, actually. Like, actual dungeons where you can form groups. And other cool stuff. But I think they made this game purposely difficult, like certain enemies purposely difficult. With like, when you don't have more than 2 players. So yeah, that's pretty much the situation here. And whenever I go through this dungeon, I'm like, where's the fucking players at? Like, when I'm in a tight spot, I'm like, where's other players at? Oh my god! We went out of its detection zone. Fuck. Went out of its detection zone and it lost hostility. Now it regained its health. What just makes the Centurions more annoying is that in this game they have boss bars, whereas in Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, they just have a lot of health. They're not necessarily bosses, aside from the exception of a few. Like, you can usually tell when they're bosses in Skyrim based on their size, while in this one, you can tell based on their health bars. Do you have plans for today? Actually, I do. After this, I am actually gonna hop on Fallout 3. And then I am gonna go and do some Skyrim after that, and then jump back on to Dead by Daylight. And if I may ask, Suka, how do you feel about Assassin's Creed? Go. Oh, now a player shows up! Now a fucking player shows up! Well, you two have fun. I already got what I needed here. I have the first one as well, and I've done a few videos of it on my YouTube channel, but I kind of fucked some shit up in my most recent Assassin's Creed video. Oh my god, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I've never finished that. But it is my favorite Assassin's Creed game. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever finished an Assassin's Creed game. And I haven't played Syndicate, I've played Assassin's Creed 3. And then, what else? The OG, Black Flag, and 3. Yeah, those are the only ones I've played. Oh my gosh, ships are so hard. They are hard to steer, honestly. They actually, my first time playing that, I lost my shit. Okay. How? How did I lose my shit? Is that what you're asking, Suka? I think that's what you're asking, but... what happened is I kept crashing the ship and failing miserably, so I completely lost my shit and raged. Absolutely fucking raged. The amount of times I crashed my ship was absolutely ridiculous, and it just made me lose my shit. Between the uncontrollable steering and the constant crashing, I flipped my fucking shit so hard. I cannot begin to tell you how loud I screamed over the constant crashing and the pain-ass steering I went through constantly. And it was always in the same spot, too. But anyways, enough for some nostalgia. This is gonna be it for me, beekos. This video is already 67 minutes long, so I'm gonna go upload this and then hop on some Fallout 3 and see if we can't finally find our way off that fucking spaceship. But until then, beekos, this has been Eric, the Plague Doctor 981YT, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!